Hey everyone, it's Alison Heikkila. Thank you so much for joining me. In my recent Sizzix haul video, I had said if there's any specific products from that haul that you'd like to see me use either in combination with each other or on their own, to just let me know in the comments. So my friend Marcy had suggested I use Gladys the Flamingo with the doily embossing folder, so I did that in a recent video. And another subscriber, her name is Deanna, she commented that she wanted to see the layered stripes with the big Tidings die set. So I figured that's what we do today. So this is the set here. It comes with these 3 dies. These are the layered stripes. So this is just going to cut a rectangle, and then these are the stripes here. You can use them together or separate. And I started playing with them a little bit. I cut out 2 pieces of pattern paper and then some solid green. These are Opaque papers. This one is from the Jingle All the Way collection. I don't recall which these 2 are from, but they're all Opaque papers. I believe that they're all discontinued too, but Opaque tends to have like similar kind of styles. So if you don't see this collection or these collections, you can probably find something similar. Shop your stash. That's always what I suggest to do. So once you layer them up, they look like this. And then when you get a card base, this is an A2 card base. If you put it on there, it's going to look like this. In my opinion, the size is a little wonky for an A2. I kind of wish that it was a little bit longer. See how it has a nice border on the sides? I wish it was a little bit longer here, but we'll make do. There are different things that we can do if we want to kind of even that spacing out. But for now, that's what we've got. And then Deanna had mentioned that she wanted me to use the big Tidings collection die set with that. So I've got that out too. So these are the little components, and then I'll show you the rest of it. Hold on. So this is the whole set. It's really cute. I love this font. I have the Halloween version of this, and it's fabulous. So I don't want to use the Noel because it's going to take up too much of this space, and I really like how this is looking. So I pulled out the Joy. So those are the only 2 dies that are missing, is the Noel word and then the shadow layer. That's in here still. Everything else I pulled out. We're not going to use it all, but I wanted you to see what the components look like and how big they are. Apologies if my glove and my splints are distracting. Having a bit of an issue with my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome today, which is a connective tissue disorder. It's pretty windy out. It's pretty rainy out, so I'm a little uncomfortable, so sorry if this is distracting, but it's a little necessary today. I'm sure that you understand. So we're going to work with this Joy. You can see how cute that looks. We might put it in the corner there. That's the shadow. I like that it's kind of close, not too big of a shadow. And I pulled out this, again, more Opaque paper. This is still from the Jingle All the Way collection. I want to use the Joy word for this, and I was thinking if we decide to use either the tree or the holly leaves, we can also cut it out of this so it kind of coordinates, and the greens are the same, so you can see that there. So that's going to look really cute. What I did was I chose 2 small patterns, 2 small prints. I didn't want to do anything large. If we were to use this one, it would have been just too big for these stripes. You would have lost what it was. It might have looked too broken up. So using something small for these stripes like this is perfect. Of course, you can use plain paper if you want to. You can ink blend on it. You can ink smush. You can use an embossing folder after it's been die cut. All sorts of things. But I have so much pattern paper that I really want to work through some of it. So this is just a great way to kind of use it up and get a cool layered look. So we're going to just cut this out. And I like to be stingy so that I conserve it, so that I can use it for other things. And then I had to determine, what am I going to use for the shadow layer? At first I was thinking, well, maybe I'll use a white pattern paper, but instead, thinking that we might use this Vellum, because it just kind of, it works as a great shadow without covering up too much of the print, but it softens it. So I think we're going to try that. If it doesn't work, we'll try something else. I've just got some nice Vellum here. I'm going to go over here. I've got a little bit of something happening here. Might have been embossing powder. So I don't want to use that part. And now I'm going to go and die cut these, and then we'll see where we wind up with the rest of the little dies that come in the set. I die cut the words, and this is looking totally adorable. I really love the vellum. It breaks it up just enough so that you can see the joy, and it doesn't take away from the background. So let me remove the vellum for a second. You see, this is a little bit busy, in my opinion. It needs something to break it up. But I didn't want to take, you know, like I said, a pattern paper that could make it just too busy. And I didn't want to just use plain white. So the vellum is just nice and soft, but does give your eye a break so that it can really let that word die stand out. I think that's really cute. So originally my thought was maybe I'd use the tree, but I'm not really loving it. So I think we're going to go with the holly and just kind of put that here like this, maybe with the berry. And I don't know, I don't really think that we need to do a whole lot. There's so much happening with the pattern paper and the stripes. I don't really want to do too much. So I'm going to die cut these out of the same green cardstock. I'll die cut the berry, and I'm also going to glue all of these layers together because you don't really need to watch me do all of that. It's not the most exciting thing. So I'm going to just glue all of these layers together, not attach it to the card base yet because I'm not sure what we're going to do there, but we'll figure it out in the next segment. I have glued the joy layers together. I have glued the background layers together, and I've die cut the holly and the berry. And I've got to say, it's getting lost. I'm not a fan. I don't like it. So we are going to save these for another card. This is why I didn't glue this stuff down. And I instead die cut the bow out of the same red and snowflake cardstock that this bottom stripe layer is. And I think that that's really cute. It's just a matter of kind of figuring out where we want it to go. Oh, I like it there. I think it's cute there. I was going to put it up here, but I like it here. It's wrapped around that Y. I think that's really sweet. So we're going to do that. Now I just have to kind of decide what I want to do about the card base. Because again, I don't love that the top and bottom have a wider space than the sides do. It makes me a little crazy. So I think what we might do is add some embossing powder. And I think that that's going to look really cute. My first thought was to do a gold, but I think instead we're going to go with this Sparkle Puff. This is from Stampendous. Again, it's really old. I don't think it's available anymore. So just whatever you have in your stash. This is a white, puffy, sparkly embossing powder. It's going to look really pretty. You can do gold, you can do silver, you can do green, you can do red, whatever. But I think that the white is going to be subtle, but obvious enough where it doesn't take away from the rest of the card. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab some scrap paper. I've got my VersaMark ink. And I'm just going to apply some VersaMark to the top. I don't want it to be super even. I'm okay with it being a little bit messy. It's going to add to the whimsy. Can you see the shine? That's where it's going to be. We're going to do the same thing to the bottom. Not the sides, because the sides have a thinner border. There's less room there. So we're just trying to fill up this excess space that the die leaves because of the size that it is. So now I'm going to just dump this on here. Tap off the excess. Dump it on the bottom. Tap off the excess again. And now I'm going to put this back into my jar and grab my heat tool. I'm going to turn that on so that it starts to warm up. Let it heat up for a moment, and then we'll watch this melt. Now this is not like a regular embossing powder that's going to get super shiny and smooth. This is going to look puffy. It's going to look like snow. That's why I picked this one. If you don't like this look, you don't have to go with something like this. But you can't wait for this particular one to get smooth and shiny because it's not going to do that. So you have to be careful that you don't overheat it. See? It just looks like puffy, shiny snow. It's very different from other embossing powders. So let's see how that looks. See, it's just enough to add a little bit of interest to the top and the bottom. We could go all the way around, but I don't really want to. I like it like this. Okay, I'm gonna grab some glue. And this is a quick card, and we're using up some of our pattern paper. So, Deanna, thank you for your suggestion. I hope that you like the way this card turned out. There are, of course, plenty of other ways that you can use these dies separate or together. But I think that this came out really cute. So if there are any other suggestions you folks have from that haul that I shared, or perhaps it's something that you've seen from another video, like, hey, you know, I saw that you have Gladys the Flamingo, but I think you should use it with such and such from whomever, you know, let me know. And if I have a chance and if I have some ideas with it, I will definitely give it a whirl. Okay, I'm going to put our joy here, like that, and then put this back on top. This is really cute, and I like the bow. I'm happy that I got to use this bow. I think it's really sweet. I have used this die set in the big Tidings set in an upcoming project for Artistry. So be on the lookout for that. It will not be on my YouTube channel. It'll only be on my blog. But make sure you check in for that because it is so cute. It is so cute, and I'm so happy with how it came out. So I hope that you do take a look at it. And if Artistry is something that you're looking to get into, and if you have questions, by all means, let me know in that blog post when it goes live. So here's our card for today, using the big Tidings die set along with the layered stripes die set from Sizzix and Tim Holtz. I think it came out really cute. Again, the pattern paper is all from Opaque, and I appreciate you hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you all very soon. Be well, stay safe. Peace out.